Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you enjoyed this video, you guys should join our Discord server so you can talk to the other 400 people that watch our videos about RWBY, I guess. Or you should become a patron over on Patreon to help support the channel and help us get some tech upgrades. But these videos don't really need the tech upgrades.
They don't.
No, they don't. We're okay for gaming.
These will stay shit.
That's not nice. Anyways, so now we are talking about Weiss and Yang meeting because I had a fantastic dream last night.
What?
And it made me, like, ship freezer burn a bit more. So we're gonna basically talk about, like, Yang and Weiss meeting in the show.
You had gay dreams without me.
I know, I'm so sorry, okay? Maybe if you, like, take a nap over at my house today, we can have gay dreams together. Is that okay?
I mean, I had a nap. It was on the floor in the computer room.
Anyways.
Because she doesn't let me leave. Hoo-da-doo-doo.
Anyways, so I want to talk about some predictions for this, okay? So, I don't want to, like, bore you guys with, like, I'm just going to get right into it, okay? Like, are you ready? I'm going to set the scene, okay?
Fuck me up. My body's ready.
Yang comes to the camp, alright? She talks to her mom. And, you know, Weiss...
Hi, Mom! How do you think... How would you start that conversation?
Like, she talks to her mom, and then her mom somehow manipulates her into saying some shit, and so, like, Weiss is still in the cage at this point, right? They know that she's tried to escape. They've, like, bound and gagged her. They're not fooling around anymore. They're not doing just those little ties. Okay, no, I'm not saying like that. They're just not tying up her hands anymore, okay? Like, they're getting deep in here, alright? You know what I mean? Like, they aren't fooling around. They have to make sure that, like, Yang cannot hear anything because if the plan will be ruined, okay? So, like, Raven's, like, gonna be like, well, why did you come see me instead of seeing your team? And then, like, Yang will kind of say something really impulsive with Weiss listening. And, like, not that she doesn't care about the team, but, like, something to that effect, you know what I mean? Like, she'll be like, cause, like, I don't need to worry about my team right now. Like, my team abandoned me. Like, you know, like, Blake left, Weiss went home, okay? Like, you're the one I have beef with right now, Mom, okay? Like, you listen to me. Sort of, like, something like that. And then Weiss just kind of gets, like, crushed by that because, like, obviously, like, she's kind of been listening to this conversation with Yang the whole time, and she's had kind of high hopes for Yang saving her, but now she knows that Yang chose to see Raven over RWBY and stuff like that, and so, like, Weiss just kind of, I don't want to say she gives up, but she loses heart a little bit, and she's not, like, trying to shake around in her cage anymore to kind of get Yang's attention. Like, she's just kind of sitting there and listening, and so, like, that's kind of where things go for the rest of the time. Like, she kind of hears Yang and Raven having this conversation, and, like, Yang kind of admits that she came to see, Raven over RWBY and stuff, and that kind of leaves, like, a bad taste in Weiss' mouth, you know what I mean? Especially because, like, Weiss felt like, you know, Team RWBY was, like, her new family, sort of, now that her dad's, like, being an asshole. And so now to know that, like, Yang doesn't even, like, not that she doesn't even care, but, like, basically that she doesn't even care, like, she's gonna get really pissy. And again, I'm not saying that Yang will be like, I don't care about my team, but she'll, like, try to explain that, like, her team abandoned her. Like, my team abandoned me just like you did, but you're the only one that I can find right now. Like, something to that effect, you know what I mean? And so...
But that would get Weiss less angry and more angry at Yang and more angry at herself.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I'm saying, like, that she'll, I don't know, she'll just feel bad. That my girl will feel bad. And kind of, like, I don't want to say, like, that maybe Yang will say something insulting, like, out of context.
And the bitch's hair is stupid.
That's not what I mean.
An off-center pony.
Anyway,
so
eventually, like, Yang will kind of get it in with the tribe, but when she kind of when she has came for what she wanted, she'll leave, and, like, Weiss will still be there, and that will be super painful. That's option 1, okay? Do you want option 2?
What's option?
My second option is Weiss escapes from the camp, right?
Which I think is most likely seeing it, or at least they hinted at.
But as Weiss is escaping, okay, so Weiss is going, like, Weiss is going straight, okay? And then Yang is coming into the camp, so Weiss is going straight ahead.
Weiss isn't straight.
But you know what I mean? Like, if I feel like I need Grim and clips to illustrate this, but I don't want to ruin your game. But basically, Weiss is running away, but Yang is coming into the camp, but they're going in different directions. They don't see each other. Yang arrives at the camp right when Weiss is leaving, and so they don't interact with each other, and they don't get to see each other at all.
Okay, so I don't know if they're gonna do that.
It's basically like, you know when Arya like gets there right as like the red wedding thing is going on, and like similar situations, like it would be exactly like that. Like it would break our hearts, you know what I mean? Because right as Yang is driving into the bandit camp, like Weiss is running away in an entirely different direction. They do not collect $200. Anyways, so here's my third option, okay?
Yeah.
So I talked about kind of the Spring and Yang dynamic in our other video, and so what I kind of wanted to talk about with that referring to this one is that I think that like Yang will like eventually find Weiss and then get really pissy at her mom and also get really pissy at Raven and stuff, and so they'll end up leaving together, and so this is where they actually meet up, but I like the ones where they don't meet up. I especially like my first one, that's why I put it first. This is the weakest, so it goes at the end. That that Yang does find out that Weiss is there, and then that kind of ruins her relationship with her mom and Spring even further when she was just building it up. Comparison, Hunter and I were watching Treasure Planet, and like Jim was in a barrel, and you know, he overheard how like John Silver didn't really love him or something, and then he got sad. I had this idea before Treasure Planet, by the way. Just saying.
You and a lot of other writers, because I don't like this trope. I don't like the trope that happened in Treasure Planet. You're subverting it. You're doing the Game of Thrones thing, where Game of Thrones will always try to like take like fantasy tropes, because fantasy is so homogenous, really, when you think about it.
I like the one where Weiss comes and then Yang also arrives at, like, Weiss is leaving while Yang arrives and they just don't see each other. Like, I feel like that would piss so many people off, and like from a writer's perspective, like there's also a great irony in that, you know what I mean? And it would also just be kind of nuts and very irritating, you know, like the feeling that we got, like, again, Game of Thrones example, but when we thought that Jaime was like done for, like when we thought Jaime was gonna die and not be able to tell Cersei about who really killed Joffrey, like that gave me great immense pain.
Emotional pain.
Yeah, because I was like, no, you have to, or like in Treasure Planet, again, when the planet blows up and all the gold melts, like Hunter was with me yesterday, he knows how salty that made me. This would make a lot of people salty. But I also like the first option where, like, because Weiss overhears Yang saying all of this stuff about, like, how the team left her, and she just, like, kind of feels like shit, and she just stops trying for a bit, you know what I mean? Or she wants to get out of it herself, so, like, Yang doesn't know that she overheard all that, or something like that. Like, I really kind of like that one. I like the idea of Yang accidentally saying something, like, insulting, almost, out of context, and then Weiss is just really hurt by that, and it kind of gives them more of a dynamic, you know?
That would be something like that. And also, like, not like her really meaning everything, like... Because I dislike the trope, but that would be subversive of them if she was like, yeah, fucking... Like, it's like Yang wasn't really trying to hide her feeling like what happened in Treasure Planet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What would really happen is like, no, this is how I really feel, and it's Weiss who feels this way. I would really like that. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean, like, I thought about how to subvert it, like you said, and so that's kind of, like, I want Yang to actually mean it, but she wouldn't have ever said it in front of Weiss if she knew it was there, you know what I mean? I think we may have just gotten level 10, Hunter, so I think that after we're done this video, you should go out of the game and see if we can have the nice, shiny 10-star, even though you still kind of play like shit. And so no one's gonna believe you're level 10.
That was me who got this level 10. It was a group effort.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, and so those are my personal ideas for how they may reunite. Again, I really like the first one. That's the one that I had the dream about. Like, I've had a lot of time to think about this, you know? Like,
I love how I thought it was gonna be a sex dream, but no, you just have, like, weirdly emotionally...
I mean, if you guys don't know, like, I
can't come unless I cry first.
No. Most of the stories I've ever written were because I had a dream about them first.
Christ, really?
Yeah. Like, if you think about my most recent one that you've been reading, like, I had a dream about that before it happened, don't you remember? But yeah, so that's kind of how I operate, so this is kind of how I get my ideas. So
all my dreams have shit plots, I don't know.
So Hunter, like, do you have any other options that have, like, nothing to do with these ones, like, at all?
I think they'll probably, I don't know, I feel like they're gonna have...
I don't care about what they'll probably do, I'm talking about what you want.
Because it's also, like, because I think a part of this that you're forgetting is that is that they need to somehow have, like, the Spring Maiden
I
be part
know.
of Ozpin, so that doesn't really leave room for that. Do I like the idea? Do I hope that they have
I mean,
some
Yang
sort
has to arrive. She doesn't even know about the Spring Maiden, right? Like, Yang doesn't know that they're looking for Spring, right? And so when
No.
Yang gets there is still time, because, like, realistically, she wouldn't be looking around.
And it doesn't look like Team RWBY is going over there like we
Yeah,
originally
exactly,
thought.
and so there's time, okay? You chill. You chill right there, alright?
Oh look,
and
we
yeah.
have all Team RWBY on here. Hey, T.
So, yeah, that's basically all I had to say, but if you have anything else that you want to go over.
I think I am good.
Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed our kind of like little like, like this is what we think that should happen sort of thing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and basically we'll see you later. Again, you guys should join a Discord server, become patrons on Patreon, do all of that fun stuff, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.